Going on, you guys? It's me, Arekkusu TM, and today this is going to be like a completely different type of like my experience episode, because usually I'm talking about video games, anime, TV shows, whatever, the whole lot. And today I wanted to talk about like my experience, like being annoyed, all right, at Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris advertisements every single video I click on YouTube, right? So it's not only just like the ads, but like their ads in particular, because you would get them so much. Okay, let me rephrase that, right? Because it is about the ads, but it also is about their campaign and about them running and like my thoughts on everything. And I'm wondering if like other people have also been experiencing this as well, just as much as I have. Because if you live in like America at all, you know, you're gonna get ads about Kamala Harris and how you should vote for her, or Donald Trump and how you should vote for him and whatnot. And I know this is political as all hell, and I want to say this because, you know, Secret Service might be watching me, or whatever, but, or whoever, higher ups or whatever. This is just a video about me being annoyed and me just being real and honest about everything about this political stuff, voting, and just whatnot. I'm just getting my thoughts out there. I have been here since the Punch-Out 2 re-experience. ASTE, welcome to the stream, my guy. Thank you. Dang, you've been here since then? That's been forever, bro, since I made that re-experience. But yeah, I agree with the political shit. Thank you. But I want to talk about the ads. Let's get the ads, because the ads are the first thing, right, that I've been, and mostly being bothered by it. So, every single time I make a stream or a YouTube video, or I'm going to watch a YouTube video, or everything, right? Bro, it's so funny. I'm about like black people. Again, no, I'm not going to talk about that. That's not important. What's important to me is like every single video I ever watch about this and everything, I get so many ads about vote for Kamala, vote for Donald Trump. And yes, I know there is, you know, you can click the I on YouTube ads and you can tell YouTube not to request these ads. Right? But like, even after I turn them off and I tell YouTube not to suggest them to me, YouTube still goes out of their way to promote Kamala Harris stuff and Donald Trump stuff. Don't get me wrong. Alright? I know both sides. Like, Kamala Harris wants to, quote-unquote, help the middle class and have rich people pay more in taxes. That's what that's air quotes on this, okay? That's what Kamala is trying to fight for. Donald Trump, he's trying to fight for not only what Kamala is trying to do, but tons of other things too, right? From my knowledge. But the thing is about Kamala Harris, is she hasn't done anything in the service of Biden being vice president. You know what I mean? So like, there's really no way we can see or even prove that if she becomes president, she's going to do all this stuff. She might just sit up in office for 4 years having the time of her life, for all we know, right? And all that stuff really bothers me. Luigi64, yeah, hold on. I saw Kamala Harris only cares about they/them, not us ad like a billion times. Dude, Aaron, you're speaking facts right now. I would see that ad every goddamn time as well. I would see it so much. Kamala Harris turns into the Chernobyl power plant once she gets asked a hard question. Yeah, she does. She tries to avoid it. And as well, like, I don't want to sound like I'm picking sides either, because I remember me and my dad had a conversation, and my dad was confused on this election. You know, my dad is confused, and even I'm confused on who to pick a side. But even I'm, with my confused ass, it's making me feel like Trump is going to probably win the election. I don't know. Trump has a lot of fans, a lot of supporters, a lot of people that are going to back him till the day he dies. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris, you know, what I've been seeing her do, and what's also annoying me, is that she's always in the fucking media. Like when she tried to get Kai Cenat to rally up his fans to get them to vote for Kamala, you know, which was kind of fucked up because I felt bad for Kai because he clearly doesn't want to be in politics, and neither do I. He clearly doesn't want to be in that world, in that life. He just wants to live his life, his YouTube, streaming, Twitch life. You know what I mean? That's all he wants to do. And if you guys remember Kamala Harris doing that World of Warcraft shit, trying to use World of Warcraft to promote her own stream against Trump, which, to be honest, I think all of her methods of trying to defame Trump is just sad and pathetic. That's what annoys me about Kamala Harris. Like, everything she tries to do and everything she does, it's so weird because, like, I don't even know what to even go. Like, I remember seeing a tweet from Kamala Harris saying that I'm glad Trump's okay, but then the next minute she's over there bashing Trump, you know, like for blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there not understanding, like, what side, what purpose is Kamala Harris even on? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. And then Trump has always just tried to care about the American people or whatever, or taxes, whatever the fuck he wants to do, right? And it's like, I see these ads, and it's like, it's not like in my feed because I watch it 24/7, but I get ads about it every other day. And that still bothers me to the core because, and also what bothers me is my brother constantly getting mail to vote for either side as well. That also bothers me. I go to the mail every single day, and my brother has to get mail to vote for Kamala Harris, vote for Donald Trump, vote for these two people all the time. He gets mail. He gets mail sent to him by people who do the whole voting, who work for the voting and whatnot. Sorry, I got a UPS truck coming through. So if you hear that loud ass sound, that's them doing that. And I don't know, just this voting shit is fucking stupid, in my opinion. Because it's like, dude, I mean, look what happened when Biden got elected, bro. The country was fucked for a while. Especially even during the events of COVID. But this is stuff for, like, American stuff, not, like, outworld. But anyways, JT Owen, hi, keep up the great work. And I subbed and liked, and you're awesome. And don't listen to the haters. You make me laugh, and you're loved by Jesus, and I love your vids. And can I be a mod? If it's okay, yeah, you can maybe be a mod. Even if you're raised at Wii Sports, boxing, training, dodging, minigame, you still got a platinum, and you should be proud of it. Yeah, I got the platinum. I'm definitely very proud of that. Y'all should go watch that, if y'all haven't seen it. And thank you, JT Owen, for saying I'm supported with Jesus, because I do believe in the Lord. I do believe in everything He ever did for us. And I mean everything He's ever did for us. He's done the craziest things for us. And yet some people really say F Jesus, when you should just at least respect Him, bro. Bare minimum, I feel like everyone should respect Jesus, bro. Or most people should. But anyways, back to saying, it was so, Alan, I have a public video based off my favorite villains. It's short. I actually kind of saw that. It was so crazy with the Kai Cenat shit. Yeah, it was. I was going nuts about that. Can you make me a mod now? Yeah. Let me see how I can do that. Yeah, let me get a moderator. Is it a moderator? Standard, yeah. Standard. Alright, you're a standard moderator. Fuck it. More mods. Wait, the president's debate is already settled? No, it's not settled. It's just me talking about both sides. And how annoying, like, for the past few months have been. And even watching each of their campaigns and whatnot has been really bad. And just watching Kamala Harris talk about there are no military out on the field, and when I heard her say that, and then the military men saying, "What the hell are we doing then?" I was like, dude, Kamala Harris, what are you doing right now? Like, seriously, what are you doing? How did you even get to be, how did you, like, because I don't vote. I haven't voted because the government, they don't send me anything to vote. They might send me something after this. That was weird. I couldn't believe Kamala did that. And even Trump said some crazy things, like freaking illegal aliens, you know, when he called the immigrants, people that came through the country illegally, called them aliens and whatnot. That was a bit much, you know, but who are you voting for, so who do you like? It's not that, like, I've always kind of felt like Trump was, out of the two of them, I always just personally felt like Trump was cooler because of things he said in the past and how different he is about, like, statistics and stats and whatnot, right? I've always felt like he would be better as a president because he doesn't just go out and say stupid things. But even Trump has done some stupid things. Like, I remember during the Trump and Biden debate, they were basically bitching about golf for a little bit in that debate. And I'm like, dude, that's how you can tell a man's fucking old, when they're bitching about golf. Or they're competing about golf in the middle of an actual election. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy the world that we live in because of Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and what they've been doing. And again, to me, not only the ads, but it just doesn't make sense with Kamala Harris trying to run for president when she didn't do anything when she was vice president of this country. She did nothing. And I can tell you she did nothing because where was she when we needed help with gas? When Biden fucked up, you know, everything. Where was she to help us out, to try to patch up the damage he caused? You know what I'm saying? Or / happened. What's the point of a vice president if they don't even get a word in when the president actually wants to make a decision? You know what I mean? Trump is the obvious choice. He has been in the game for more than 20 years. Not just being the president. Yeah, exactly, like a businessman. He's also not even just a president. He's also a businessman, so he knows, like, because of stats, statistics, he knows that type of life. I remember one time when Donald got shot from the G word. I can't use the weapon word because of YouTube demonetization. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, and you know what Trump did after he got murked in the ear, bro? He literally took that and said, fight on, fight on. That was perfect marketing for him to get more people to vote for him. That was a genius move on him, bro. But, yeah, and I also felt, I'm also going to mention that too, but I also felt really bad when, like, see, this is the thing. Kamala said the same shit I'm saying, right? Like, she felt guilty or she felt bad, but she was also happy that Trump didn't die. But yet, she's making ad campaigns afterwards, bashing the fuck out of his name. You don't just make up your snake-ass mentality mind. See, for me, when I saw Trump, even if I hate him, right? Or I don't hate Trump, but even if I dislike Trump sometimes, right, with his decisions, or I don't agree, no one deserves to get murked. Nobody does. So the fact that Kamala Harris was pretty much like saying, oh, I'm this about Donald Trump, basically trying to say I'm glad he didn't die, but then go behind his back and literally just do that opposite shit, really threw me off. And then also Kamala Harris going to different events, saying the exact same stuff each and every place she goes. She makes sure to say the same things to different groups of people, so those different groups of people can vote for her. And the reason why she's getting, most of her votes are coming in, is because obviously they're Trump haters. They don't like Trump. They don't want to look at objective shit. And I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of people that vote for people for their basic needs. Like, for example, for basic ass stuff. They don't look underneath to see everything for what it is. They just vote for that person because of one or two things. and then the rest they can just fuck off. I got one or two things, that's why I'm voting for you. If you're gonna vote for a president, this is what I think. If you're gonna vote for someone, I would research into them before I even make a vote for that said person. But that's what most people don't do. They don't actually research the person that they want to vote for. They just look to see if there's things that they personally agree with, which is fine. But at the same time, I would rather look in more before I would vote. And this is the reason why I haven't been voting, is because I don't really take the time out of my day to really research into both Trump and Kamala Harris, like, all day long, 7 days a week, all the time. I don't really look into them as people, but after seeing some of the actions from both, you can just tell, like, which one you would rather vote for than the other. Kind of like a would you rather type of thing. After spending months, like, looking into Kamala Harris's stuff and here and there, and then looking into Trump stuff here and there and stuff, you can already see that, like, most people are voting for Trump because they're seeing Kamala's dumbass actions, and they're like, yo, I'm going to vote for Trump for that, and then vice versa. They don't like Trump, so they're going to vote for Kamala because they don't necessarily like what each other brings to the table. Anyways. When a president can't rule, the vice president steps in. Okay. Yeah, do you have Discord? No. Alright. It's so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad that people truly believed the assassination was staged. That was sad. I couldn't believe people actually thought that. And some people make a meme about Donald Trump getting shot, and those memes are probably still exist on the internet, which is sad. But can I you by username on what game? I forgot. And maybe that person who shot Donald Trump was Trump's hater. Oh no. The Democrats are just trying to stay in power. This is the death throes of the Democratic Party. A party of slavery and racism. They voted to try and make it so people of other races couldn't marry each other. This was way back in the 1970s. Holy crap, that's crazy. 1970s, dude, I couldn't imagine what voting was back then. But that's why I think voting is not my cup of tea now. It's because not only they send you fucking mail to make you vote or want you to vote, but I feel like, I also kind of feel this way. They also make people vote. Like, they say, hey, this is, like, for example, this is Arekkusu's signature. He voted this year. And they never sent me shit to vote, so they just automatically put me in as vote for one of the sides or something like that. I don't know if they do that. It's just a theory, but I just personally feel like they do that. They have people vote even though they never voted, and they just randomly pick a side for whoever votes. So sometimes I feel like the voting is rigged too, kind of like Game Awards and whatnot. Oh, I was about to ask you when you're gonna upload another parts of Wii Sports Resort. Probably sooner than later because my arms are feeling pretty good. So I think I could do some table tennis, some more table tennis and stuff and whatnot. So that might be coming soon. So, thank you for asking. Also, yeah, but, God, it's just annoying. And, like, just the ads, what Kamala is doing, what Trump is doing, all of it is so annoying. And you wonder why there's so many people as well. This is another thing I want to say about this. You wonder why there's so many people who don't vote. It's better to vote or they can use up your vote. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I was going to say. Or not going to say, but what I was saying earlier. And you wonder why there's so many people in the world that actually do not vote. Because of stuff like this. Because of ad campaigns. Because of it being constantly thrown in your face that it's happening very soon. And everyone needs to watch. Everyone needs to get in their seats and watch. When literally most people in America, I can probably tell you, guarantee you, there's a big chunk that really do care about politics and stuff, but there's also a fat majority of Americans that do not give a flying fuck about voting whatsoever. All they want to do, and I can't blame, and this is coming from me too, because this is me too, and my brother has said this multiple times. All I give a fuck about is if my family, my friends, and everyone I personally just know around me in general are okay. I don't care about this political bullshit. You know, I don't care about getting into this war saying Trump's better than Kamala or Kamala's better than Trump. You know, I only care if everyone I know is okay. And I'm okay too in the process, obviously. And I'm like, I bet that's many Americans that we live, you know, with today that actually do not care about politics, that only care about living their lives the best they can. Because no matter what, and yes, corrupted government, that's another reason why there's people that don't vote, because they also feel like no matter what they vote for, the government's just going to screw them in a different way. That's also why other people don't vote, is because sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck it. Like, I don't believe in the American dream anymore. There's a lot of people that also say that, too. And they get stuck in America because, you know, this system is so corrupt. In general, everything's corrupt. My advice is to get a sample ballot and to do your own research of who you can vote for and what laws you can vote on. Yeah, vote. That would be cool to get like a nice little vote and see what you want to vote on. That'd be cool, Brendan. That'd be cool. But like, that's my point about all this. It's voting, in my opinion, is stupid. It's either completely beneficial or not even beneficial at all. Like, I don't see like an in-between on this. I feel like voting matters because they make it a big deal, and then voting doesn't matter because it ends up going to somebody anyway, or vice versa or whatever. I don't know. I just think personally it's stupid. Why would you want why would you even like try to get people who don't give a fuck about voting try to vote for you anyway? That's like me asking some random person on the street, hey, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? I'm trying to get more people to subscribe. It's like, the fuck? No, I'm not going to subscribe to your little channel. Same thing. I'm not going to vote. Because some people, myself included, I feel like my vote really doesn't ultimately matter. It doesn't improve my life. It's not going to give me like $2,500 fucking dollars. Alex, the American birthright is the right to vote. What? The American birthright is the right to vote. Yeah, I guess, but I've never given a fuck about it. I've only given a fuck about what I live for, man. And if everyone I know is fine, including you guys, then I'm straight chilling. You know, that's just me. I just live life, bro. If Trump becomes president, cool. You know? Because I've seen him do good things when he was in terms, when he was in office before. So I can see if he gets in there, he can maybe do something. He actually got shit done. Kamala, we're going to have to see. You know what I mean? Even though she didn't do anything as vice president, who knows? She might be the craziest president on the planet, and she actually tries to do something, even though there's already tons of evidence against her in terms of, or going against her in terms of being president, like in terms of everything I just said earlier about her being like kind of having snake energy, you know, saying that freaking there's no military on the field, even though there clearly was at that period of time. It's like, I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. If I can stop seeing those fucking ads and stop having it being thrown in my face everywhere I go, that would be awesome. That's what I hate, like, almost every 4 years. And that is why illegals will steal away our birthright, because many Americans like you have zero fucks to give. About voting? Because, like, I can see your point. So tell me, if I don't give a fuck, you know, basically illegals will keep going in here. Illegal immigrants and stuff. Oh, let me see the blue politics scary. That's fair, Aaron. That is fair. Politics are a scary thing to get into a conversation of because, and this is one of the reasons why, like, political shit on YouTube for people like myself stand clear from, because, and I wanted to get on this because I want this to be the only video about political stuff, like, probably ever on my page. But, it's just, like, for people like me, because I just can't help myself. I'm being real. I'm being straight up honest. Like, again, if Donald Trump wins, cool. Kamala Harris, holy fuck. We're going to have to see what the hell she does. But it's like, I can't help myself if I really do not give a damn about voting. Because I felt like voting before didn't matter, so what's going to change my mind now? Unless we completely go into World War III, which a lot of people have been talking about, making jokes about, like, oh, we're going into World War III, boys. And I'm like, God damn it, you can't just say we're going to go into World War III because something happened. I mean, it's possible, but, like, really? I don't even make jokes about World War III, because that's fucked up. On me, that's fucked up. I can't do that. You know? But because I also remember, the reason why I also wanted to make this stream was because, obviously the ads, but I was also walking back from the mailbox, and I was just thinking, like, when I got all this voting stuff, I'm like, I know there are so many people that don't give a fuck about voting, right? They just want to live their lives in the country, right? That they are born from or whatever, you know? Because I was born here in America. I don't care if we vote differently. Please go get a sample ballot and research who and what you can vote on, and then go vote. Don't have the money to do that. Plus, I don't have a car. Plus, I don't really, yeah, I'm not going to vote. Probably again, I'm not going to vote. Because last year, didn't vote because they didn't send me letters or anything. The year before that, I didn't vote again because, I'm going to be honest, most of the time I spent living here, they didn't care about me voting. They never sent me anything about voting. To my memory, never did. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, the only time I would argue the government even gives a fuck about me as a person is when as soon as I got my ID. Because as soon as I got my ID, I had military stuff sent to me. Yeah, actual military stuff. Like, hey, Alan, sign up for the military or whatever. You know, join us. Join the military. We could use you. I'm sitting there like, bro, do I look military fucking material? It was the weird... I should tell the story. It was the weirdest shit. I'm telling you guys, when I got my ID, not even 2 weeks later, after I got my paper ID, it was either my paper ID or they put me in the system and got me my... You know what I mean? Because I went to the ID office to get it because, remember, I was 18 years old and still had no ID. Actually, I was 20 and I still had no ID. Because who gave a damn about me? Because in reality, the only people who would give a damn about me, my family, you guys, and the rest of the world and the government didn't fucking care. But now, ever since I got my ID, now they suddenly do. Like, they give a fuck to put me in with the military. Now, don't get me wrong. Military, everything the military service and everything they do, fucking peak. Fighting for us is awesome all the time. Keeping us safe from outside invaders, bad people, etc. That is awesome. Never ever will disrespect that. But I am never, alright, I'm telling you this, I would never join the army for multiple reasons. Not only just due to my issues like ADHD and other things like that. You know, premature birth, whatever. Mainly because of everything that, you know, my dad has told me and about it because he's been in it, etc., etc. That's massively one of the reasons why I would never, ever join it. Because That is fucked. You know. Do you have anyone who could drive you to a voting location? You can normally vote at a school or a library. Oh, that means, yeah, I have voted before. Yeah, I have voted before. But it was years ago, when I was a little kid, when I was going to school and everyone was forced to vote. Every student was forced to vote for a president. I remember how it was. I remember actually, I had a story where I went to the cafeteria and this big ass voting ballot where a lot of kids from different grades were lined up. And, you know, we were put in this long ass line to vote. And I was like, what is this? It's the vote for our next president. This was like back in like, I can't even remember the fucking year. Like 2010, 2011, 2014-ish. Something. I think it was around elementary school my time. When I was in elementary when we did the whole voting thing. So yeah, I have voted before. But since for a long time, like 7 years, I haven't really been voting. Mainly because, again, you know, if it doesn't affect me or anybody else I care about, I don't give a fuck. That was kind of like my mentality on all of it as I grew older. Like, what is voting gonna do again? Like, that's just honestly how I lived my life. I voted because that's what we had to do in school, but after, like, they stopped telling me to vote, I just stopped voting. But we have disabilities. We won't even join the army. Hey, Doctor, welcome to the stream, by the way. No, yes and no. I do have somebody that could drive, but not like anywhere important. Plus, my dad needs all that gas he can do to go do work. Do work and shit. If we go to World War III, we will be drafted. If your draft number gets called out, you will be forced into the military or go to prison. This is what they did to our boys in World War II. Yeah, I remember that. In World War II, they did do that to people. They force drafted so many people to the war because they needed more men to be on the field with training and to go out there and stuff. I remember that. I watched the movies. I watched, what was his name? It was the soldier that never shot anybody, and all he did was bring a med kit because he was a person who healed people. Not healed people. That sounds like a video game logic. Who attended to a lot of people, but he never used a gun to shoot anybody or whatever. That motherfucker was legendary. His tale was amazing. But yes, I do remember like people getting forced drafted, which sucked balls. And I can bet you if one of them does, because, let me say this. If Trump gets elected, right, he becomes the new president again. We have Donald Trump as our new president going into next year, you know, till the next 4 years, right? If Trump wins, he says he's going to do all this stuff, but, like, I don't know. It's not that I'm going to... It's weird because Trump, whenever he says something, he is determined to do it. There are times where he has gotten stuff done multiple times over. And, you know, sometimes we actually got to see the results of when Donald Trump did stuff. You know, like when he said he was going to build the wall, he built the wall. But look what happened when Biden took over. He told them to take down that fucking wall. You know, and whatnot, and fuck things over, which is kind of sad that Biden did that. But yeah. Every male who is an adult in the USA must register to the draft. It's illegal for any man to not register for the draft. It is? Interesting. Interesting. Who knows? Maybe I am already signed up by the fucking government. I don't know if you gotta manually sign into that shit or not. But, it is interesting. Oh my god, that reminds me when Louis was gonna go to the military. Because I remember he wanted to, but then he declined. And then the military actually pulled up on our house. Or on our location. And said, I'm looking for Luke. And I was like, bro, what the what did Louis do? And my dad was trying to tell him, what did I tell you about going? Don't ever go. But my dad did suggest Louis to go because it is a great way to earn money. It's a pretty cool thing to do because you can go out and help tons of people that way, depending on what service of army you're trying to join into or whatnot, you know? But yeah, I just think all this political stuff is fucking dumb. Like, why can't we just get together and make up rules together? You know what I mean? Because that's just how I've found politics to be. Stupid, not worth engaging into too much, and it can get toxic really quickly. That's another thing I want to bring up. Political stuff becoming toxic. I swear to God, like, you can barely have a political conversation with somebody these days without getting in trouble, right? And what I mean by getting in trouble is you can barely, like, talk political with somebody you don't know or somebody you do know, and it doesn't get heated in some way, shape, or form, right? Because you're like, man, I don't give a fuck about voting, right? And then that other person that really does give a fuck about voting gets offended or says, bro, you gotta vote. And then, you know, you guys go back and forth, like, all day long, not solving anything. And then you sit there and wonder why you even conversate about politics in the first place, which is why it's like, this is also another reason why people avoid it too, is because they know how toxic it can be. Because just think about it. Bro, I've been living on this planet for like 22 years, bro, and I've been seeing so many people get toxic with it. Like, toxic completely left, toxic on complete right. And what I mean by toxic complete right, toxic complete left, I mean like toxicity from both sides. And people trying to be the middle, it's like, oh my God, if you're in the middle, like me, pretty much being confused on who to vote for and whatnot, or just not even wanting to vote at all, you're pretty much considered being in the middle. Bro, I'm telling you, there's going to be so many people on each side trying to pull you to their side respectfully, or not even respectfully, even toxically. Like me creating this stream right now. You mean military. The branches of military is Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, Marines, Special Ops. There may be more, but this is from what I know. Yeah, that's what I meant by, like, when you join a specific branch of, you know, when you join a specific branch in the military, you know, all those different branches and stuff. That's what I meant from earlier. Thank you, Brendan, for abbreviating on that, or going more in depth on that. But yeah, back to what I was saying about politic conversations and how they can get toxic. Like, the reason why me and my brother pretty much agree on, like, most things, if not everything, but most things we see we just agree with, because we have the same fucking mindset, right? And we've gotten political before. We've had political conversations many times. Like, when we saw Kamala doing stupid shit, we immediately were like, yo, this is who people are voting for, bro? You know what I mean? After seeing her do that, like, why is she doing that stupid shit? You know? Like, I don't get it. And then, like, what she's fighting for, she talks about being black. Like, that's important. Like, I don't know. I remember, this is something that really did bother me about Kamala Harris as well, is that she's fighting because she's a black woman, and she's fighting for whatever, right? She's, like, one of her reasons for fighting is because she's a black woman and, you know, race. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God. If I hear one more thing about fucking race, I'm gonna blow up and blow a casket on these people. I don't get it with, not every black person, I don't get it with a lot of black people when they feel the privilege that, yes, I'm fighting for my kind type shit. Like, especially with Kamala Harris. Like, she's fighting for her kind to rise up and do something. I'm like, dude, why don't you just fight for fucking everybody? Why does it have to be, I'm black and I'm proud type shit? What? If you don't fight for all forms of life, fuck you, man. Like, what? I don't get that. I never understood that shit. I always think it's stupid when black folk, myself included, well, actually, no, not even myself included, because I don't get this sort of power up whenever I feel there's some sort of, and I get it when black people fight for racism or whatever, but it's like, bro, aren't y'all the same people who are racist towards other races on a regular basis? Like, I don't get it why this is Kamala Harris / well, some black people in general when they feel this way, when they get that fucking boost. Bro, I never understood that boost. There is no middle ground anymore in the political landscape. Remember when Martin Luther King said, I would like my children to be judged by their merit and not by the color of their skin. For real. I remember that. Haven't talked about Martin Luther King in forever, though. That, rest in peace. That I haven't brought up that man in a minute. Welcome back, JT Owen. Welcome back. Put my neck on this. But yeah, I never understood that black boost that Kamala Harris has saying, I fight for black people, or I fight for... Because I remember, I have nothing to say when Kamala Harris said she's fighting for abortion or other things that women go through, because I'm clearly not a woman, so I could never understand. I mean, I could do research into that, but... Do I look like the type to research things? No, not really. I don't research that much. Okay, never mind. I'm lying. I research when it comes to shit I really like. Like, if I like a franchise or something, I'll deep dive into that shit. But if it's something I have no knowledge / no understanding of, I'm not going to say no ill will. So I'll just let her say she's fighting for that, I guess, without really saying much of anything, because I have nothing to say. I'm not that type of dude that's going to fight for something or argue something I barely understand, most of the time. Unless I actually feel like incredibly strong towards it, or I feel incredibly strong against it, you know what I mean? Like, if I feel a certain way about it, I will say something, but, like, I'm not just going to be, like, again, making arguments towards stuff that I can't even really think about and really have a general idea about. If I can get a general idea about it, I'll say some shit. For example, voting in the Kamala Harris and Donald Trump ads. I'm fucking annoyed of all that, which is why I started speaking about that and opened my experience with all those ads and stuff up in the first place. Because my experience with those fucking ads, they suck. And sometimes they last for minutes at a fucking time. Talking about, and on top of that, some of those you can't even skip because YouTube won't allow you to skip them. But most of the time, YouTube does allow you to skip those ads. So that's a really good thing, which is why it doesn't blow me out of the water too much when I do. Well, it does and it doesn't. Depends on what type of day you're getting me. Like, I just did Wii Sports, and I think even earlier today, I got ads about Kamala Harris, or even yesterday I got ads about Kamala Harris voting for this, voting for that, or whatnot. Fucking... God, that still annoys me. That still annoys me, chat. And I'm going to try my best to, when I skip it, I'm going to try my best to go to the eye and say, don't fucking turn on my shit anymore. That still doesn't work. Because it didn't work last time. What the hell does that mean? But man, what do you guys think about everything I said in this stream? I know some of you guys probably agree. I know there's gonna be people that disagree, because I'm not expecting every single person to agree with me on everything. I want to have a conversation about it. Like me and Brendan were just having. He was talking to me about why voting is important, and I told him that I don't give a fuck about voting, and he told me why voting is important. Conversation. So what do you guys think about everything? About the ads, about the ad campaigns, about what Kamala did, what Trump did? Because this will be like the only time I bring it up, and then after this, I'm just going back to what I was going to do before, which I was also going to do like my experience with Plants vs. Zombies 2, my overwhelming experience with Plants vs. Zombies 2, because I think that game is way too much, and I would go way more in depth when I make that freaking video. Because I should have made that my experience Plan Zombies 2 forever ago. Kamala will be a puppet, just like Biden was controlled by the exact same people as him. Arekkusu. I remember I was watching a newscast. You reminded me of that. I was watching Gutted on YouTube with my dad one night. And my dad was saying that not my dad. My dad wasn't saying this. The dude on Gutted, the main dude who hosts the show Gutted, he was saying Kamala Harris is a goddamn puppet because he was showing the viewers that was watching his show that Kamala is going around saying the exact same things to different groups of people when she wants to do her speeches, and how much of a puppet she is. And I remember even after saying, seeing that, even I started questioning, like, does Kamala want to win, or does Kamala want to make herself look worse? And also, I want to say this, by the way, welcome to, Trader Todd USA. Word up, my man. Welcome to stream, brother, welcome to stream. Can I just say, some people, I don't want to use, like, delusional or any sort of offensive word, but, like, I don't know how you can, I don't know the right word for this thing. I don't know how to say this properly. I don't know how you can kind of vote. This is okay. Because if I was to vote, I would probably go for Trump. Like, if I was to get a voting ballot right now, Brandon, to answer your question, if I was to vote right now, I think I would vote for Donald Trump. No, actually not think. I think I would vote for Donald Trump. I believe I would, because I can't understand how Kamala even has people voting for her. I get it in terms of one thing. This is one thing. I feel like Kamala, when she said this, I get it when she said this. This is the one thing I'm going to give Kamala Harris. When she said, I want to help the middle class worker, right? When she said that, I already knew there were so many Gen Zers, there were so many people, not even just Gen Zers, there were so many people who are actually stuck in being in the middle class, because remember, the middle class is being treated worse than ever before. I've talked about this, and Heart and Soul has also talked about this on his page. How the middle class nowadays doesn't feel like it exists anymore. It doesn't feel like it's there. It's, you're fucking broke, you're pretty damn decent, or you're rich. And most people are about, you're pretty damn poor, not decent. Like, there's no such thing as middle class anymore. Like, middle class is feathering away. So when Kamala Harris said, I'm going to fight for middle class people so they can have more money and the middle class can actually exist again, as a hierarchy, as like just a general thing for people, people definitely jumped on the Kamala Harris bandwagon. And necessarily for that alone, I can't blame people, because there's a lot of middle class people, myself included, me and Louie, we live in the fucking suburbs. So we're... What? So we're... People talking. So there's so many middle class people that are struggling, so it's like, fuck, I want the middle class stuff to end. So it's like, I'm going to vote for her because I want to live my life being a middle class person and being able to make money. That's why people are probably voting for Kamala the most right now, or even when it started. Well, let me read your comments now. Abortion should only be used in cases of rape, incest, and if the mother would lose her life. Harris wants Roe versus Wade, which would grant unlimited aborts. Oh, are you serious? Damn. People who voted for Biden seemed like brainwashed liberals. You know what? Arekkusu, you might be correct. because I remember watching the Joe Biden shit. That was bad. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay, look, this might be offensive. You know what? Fuck it. If it's offensive, it's offensive. I need to stop being like, if it's offensive, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. Bro, you're an adult. Handle the truth. I gotta agree with that. Because I remember when I saw that, I was like, how? In a lot of cases. But anyways, middle class is being treated badly, exactly. Middle class doesn't seem like it's there because the rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer, exactly. She only helps immigrants. That's true. Trump on Rogan was awesome. I have not seen that, but I saw the thumbnail of Donald Trump talking to Joe Rogan. We might have to see that. You're obviously an intelligent gentleman. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't sound like I don't feel like I'm intelligent, but thank you. By the way, thank you, Brendan, for being a member of your Bonkers Bro tier for 4 months. Appreciate you, bro. Abortion should be made unthinkable. Not necessarily illegal, but there should be limits. People using it at birth control is gross. A society cannot exist without the middle class, or her words are useless. Little promises to win the heart of the majority of working society as poor, middle class, rich people. Yeah? The comment sections on that video is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That podcast will make history. Exactly, we're adults. We need to be able to handle the truth. What about the UN/WEF? I don't know what that is. You're going to have to tell me what that is, because I have no idea what that is, 325. In the 1920s, we had poor, middle class, and rich. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, we had poor and rich during and after World War II. The middle class came back. We are losing the middle class in real time. Word up at Brenson Johnson for Rock. We really are losing the middle class. And it's like, that's the reason why so many people, and I get it, Brendan, I get it. That's the reason why so many people do need to vote. But I feel like we shouldn't force people who don't want to vote to vote. Because if we do that, we're no better than other people that like to force things on us. the community. That certain community that likes to force things down people's throats and shit. Not gonna name drop them because other things. Grocery prices are going through the roof. That is true as well. That is true. Which is why, like, again, we should vote against this. We should do something against this, or at least start something. Because if you guys also remember, when the people who work on docks and stuff, that work on getting shipments out on time and stuff, they had a whole fucking writer's strike because they weren't getting paid enough. They were tired of doing that hard-ass job when literally, yeah, they were tired of doing that hard-ass job. Excuse me. Fuck, my brain is like racking words, but it's also not. They would rather, they weren't getting paid enough. They were tired of it. And, they got their raise by banding together and actually stopped working. And because they got more money, they're continuing to work. Kanye for president? Oh my God, no, not Kanye. Kanye went through a lot of shit, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he? But, anyways, that's not about the voting and whatnot. But yeah, it's just, in my opinion, all this bad stuff that has been happening in America is fucking stupid. I don't know why people who vote and don't vote have to suffer like this with the high prices of gas, the high prices of food, not being able to live comfortably. You have to worry about doing this and that just to make ends meet for some people. It's like, it's sad. It's sad that America is the way that it is, and I feel like every single year, this might be something that people might agree with me with, there are so many people that are losing faith in the American dream. Like, so many young people today that are my age, 22, 23, 21, 20, that are like that branch out and being on their own and seeing how tough it is on their own, are immediately losing faith in the American dream. Like, I have never seen, back in earlier this year, I have never seen so many people outraged by living by stuff in the, like, living and shit. Trump should make emulating Nintendo Wii legal. Stop. Free healthcare and Wi-Fi for all. Free housing and Lambos for all. Something for people who've worked and spent. Especially, this is also one thing that I've always been bothered by. Veterans getting treated like garbage in this country, in my personal opinion. Sure, they do get checks if they do get damaged for life and whatnot, so on and so forth. But in my opinion, it fucking sucks that some veterans get treated like absolute garbage, even though they've actually fought for our country. And a lot of people, aka the government in this case, does nothing for them. You're a dog to fight for this country, and now you're out on the street. Some veterans are probably out on the street because of the living cost and expenses. They fought for themselves just to be in the streets. That pisses me off more than anything, is when the veterans get treated like shit. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but I've always hated America for that. Always. Treating my dad like shit when he went through so many years of his life that he's never getting back because he decided to join the army and stuff and fight. And look what happened, you know. Fucked up back and shit. Hard to walk. And I can't even imagine other veterans from before when Dad signed up and joined up and all that. But let me read some of your guys' more comments. Jessica, Irene, abortion is not the problem. Lack of competent sex education, lack of adequate financial resources, and the desire of politicians to control women is the problem. Interesting. We all deserve a Lamborghini. All the safeties that were put in place to make sure that we would never go back into a Great Depression was stripped away during Obama's time in office. So we are probably going to go into another Great Depression. That's a shame. Sorry to hear that. Barack. Trump is our last hope to correct this ship. Maybe, bro, maybe. Trump train. I think even Kaisa not. And the thing is, this is what happens, and I want to say this, guys, because I think it's important to say this. Whenever you're a big YouTuber, the bigger you are as a content creator or whatever you are, influencer, whatever, the more free speech you lose. So, for example, if Kaisa not picked a side and was saying stuff that I was saying, he would probably, something would happen to him because of that. You know? It's because most Americans are spoiled, rotten brats. That's why Americans treat vets so badly. Fair. That's fair, Brendan. That's fair. I'm a spoiled American brat. Give me money. God damn, dude. Death rates for both women and infants suffering from Death rates from both women and infants suffering from damn it, I can't say that word. Birth defects are up in states with abortion bans, as are births from rape. That fucking sucks. And it's like, depending on who you vote for, it's either going to stop that or just completely disregard it and it just keeps going up or something like that. It must be hard to be being a president, though. I don't know why I just thought about that while you mentioned that. I was like, it must be hard to kind of keep track of all this stuff or have guys, keep track of all this stuff. And as the president, you make, like, final says on some things and whatnot and so on and so forth. But God damn. Which, this is also another reason why I probably just want to, like, sometimes move to another country. Because I feel like different countries... Now, obviously, if you live in a different country, different problems. Damn fly, man. Get away. Sorry, there's a fucking fly that just keep going buzz, buzz, and all that stuff. Hold on. Dollar bill, yo. Under Trump, it'll only get worse. Just wait till you see the podcast, brother. Move to Venezuela. Have you considered moving to Guam? Maduro and Castro will love to have you. Moving to another country is just giving up on your own country. I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even take it that far. Because, sure, I was born here, raised here, you know. It is my home, you know, in a lot of these cases. But, like, I don't know. Sometimes I would really just love to experience other countries and see what their problems are and not compare them to America's, but just see how vastly different other countries are from America. Because sometimes being American, I'm going to say this, bro, fucking sucks once you get out of America. And what I mean by that is like, other countries judge you like this for even being fucking American dudes. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Like, I'm American, right? And one of my biggest fears was actually moving out of the country. Because most countries, some countries, if not all of them, when they see an American, and if you're not like if you're not a popular American, they probably won't give a fuck. And they'll probably just think, you know, once you be in their country for a while, they'll probably just see you as one of them. But if you like have some type of influence or whatever, or you act, you know, American in other countries, you know, people will look at you and be like, damn tourist. Oh, look at this American coming to our grounds. Fucking funny, isn't he? That was always like one of my biggest fears. I even told that fear to my dad. Because I actually do fear that shit because I act American as hell. Right? And because I am American. That's just what I am. I'm not going to deny that shit. And it's like, to me, in my personal opinion, just being American sometimes sucks. Being American has its benefits. But being American outside of America, you better pray you don't get your ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? By some people. Anyways, let me read some more of this. The government already has control over men's bodies, aka the draft. The reason men don't really care about women's body rights is because men grow up being treated like we are. We are the worst. And that's fucking true as well. That's true as well. We are treated like we're the worst. All the time. That's why, like, when we get compliments from girls, or especially girls, we really feel ourselves that day. Because it's like, really? But anyways. Well, I read that one already. Should yeah, it's like, yeah. Yeah, Brendan just telling Trip. I can't really say that words because, you know, YouTube. But, that's not right either. Wow, you sound so intelligent. Brendan definitely sounds he is pretty intelligent. Most intelligent man on YouTube you are. Under Trump's administration, life will be great. I can understand wanting to leave Espresso if Trump were to win because he would end your birthright citizenship. I don't know about that. I can't really say anything about that. Especially not expressing law. I passed a bit of... God damn it. Why does that remind me of J-Bro or another viewer of mine, like Dookie Dropper. Dookie Dropper and J-Bro would say some funny shit like that. Damn, autocorrect. But yeah, Brendan's definitely right. Men are, and that's another thing that's kind of shitty about not just being American, but just being a man in general. I think, well, either in this country or maybe other countries that are treated like this too as men, but we ain't treated with, like, respect right out the gate. You know, we have to earn our respect. We have to earn that status of respect and, like, kindness and whatever. What state are you in? California? No, I'm in US. I'm in Chandler. Just Chandler folk over here on these streets. But anyways, as I was saying, what? Arizona? Yeah, pretty much. Chandler, Arizona? No? Democrats and the liberal... Jesus. You are in Arizona, Alex. Yeah, you're in Arizona. Yeah, I know I'm in Arizona. Arizona, boy. Right here. Born in Texas. Never been... Well, actually, I have been to Texas. It was like for a few years, though, so I don't really remember all that much from being there, because I was born there. But I never really, like, lived there my whole life, so... Like, my whole life. I think we lived there for, like, a little bit and then moved out, or we already moved out when we were infants. I can't remember the whole tale of that. But, yeah, that's like, all my thoughts on politics and Trump and Kamala. I don't hate Trump nowhere near as much. I don't hate a lot of people anymore, like, real people. You know what I mean? Because I think having hate for, like, an actual person is fucking ridiculous. To some extent. Sometimes it's valid as fuck. Other times, it can be stupid as fuck, too. Which is why I don't hate a lot of people. Not anymore. Now, if you talk to me about video game characters, there's a lot of fucking video game characters I hate. Most of them have been coming from Wii Sports as of late. But, or I hate in the moment or whatever. Don't mess with Texas. Yeah, dude, I remember what happened when people were messing with Texas. They almost, I think they took down their state government or something like that about a rule or something. I can't remember. Which, in my opinion, was freaking wild. I can't believe that even happened. But a lot of people right now, I noticed in my chat, have been telling me, dude, watch that Trump and podcast. I might put it on in my background right now. We might go inside, and I might, like, obviously put the camera tablet, not, like, showing the Trump and Joe Rogan footage, because I can get copyrighted for that. But I might, like, have a little bit of that in there, or, I don't know, maybe they'll just copyright me on the spot for that. Because I do want to watch that to see what Trump has to say, because I am curious to hear about it. But yeah, this is why someone like me should really just stand clear of politics. You know? And this is why I stand clear away from politics for a long time, because I personally feel that, to me, politics, for me, I shouldn't be getting into it. And I only wanted to say how I feel about it because I felt this way about politics for a very long time. And I never really felt like... like, a lot of times it hasn't really made me feel like wanting to talk about it, like, all the time. And I think I maybe brought up politics, like, one other time other than this stream, and that was probably in a vlog earlier on and stuff, about, like, about when the high prices were affecting and vehicles, and I even said some other stuff that I probably agree or disagree with now, but yeah, I don't know. Today just really made me think about all what's going on in the political side of the world, and politics can make you stay up late eating fast food, and it's not a healthy combination. We should care about the economy, welfare of our country's dollars, not funding wars, take care of our vets. That's facts. That is facts. I would love if America did that. Took way more care of our vets. Because they should be... I feel like vets in this country, holy fuck, if vets get treated better, that would be awesome, because vets definitely deserve a boost in food stamps, deserve, you know, a free house, free land, like something on that scale, in my opinion. I feel like they deserve that for all the possible years of torment in their mind that they couldn't get off of when they were in those said wars and places that most people can't even speak of. I feel like if vets got that treatment, oh my fuck, they would be happy with that. If I was a vet, I'd definitely be happy with a free house, free land. I don't have to pay for it. I just get to live there. You know? This is why all the foreign aid needs to stop, and we need to start investing all that money in aid for those here in USA. Yeah, because I feel like if more people from within... See, you know what? You guys just jumpstart another idea. Hold on. I know why so many people hate America, right? It's literally what you just said, right? The reason why so many people hate living here or hate being here is because American citizens / American vets and whatnot are never being taken care of. They always have to fend for their motherfucking selves, be on autopilot / survival mode every single month. For some people, have to be on survival mode, like, oh fuck, I can't go out with friends, oh fuck, I gotta have all this money saved up so I can pay my bills. You know what I mean? Like, people are constantly in survival mode. I wonder fucking why. Because the government isn't doing its part to take care of its people. That's why you see so many kids give up on the American dream and move to different countries. Because those countries treat people better than America. America, they always claim they're the biggest and the greatest, and some of it is true. But if you don't take care of the people that have been supporting your country from the get-go, that's why people are leaving. A big part of it is why people are leaving. The taxpayer is abused, and we, the taxpayer, need help. Exactly. My dad needs fucking help. It's nearly fucking $3,000 to $4,000 paying just to live here. I think. And it's like, Jesus fuck. Why is there so much money just to live in this shitty apartment? Crazy. And again, I see tons of people and kids live their life happily here and stuff, and I live pretty happy here too. But I'm telling you, like, most people here, to some extent, are pretty upset with how they have to live sometimes. I can tell you, some people, not everybody, only a little bit of people, you know. But there's definitely more, and you can see it every day when they talk about their issues with you at work, IRL, like on lunch break. You always hear them bitch when they work about how shitty their lives is. You would get significantly less of that if America started treating their people right. Shit, this can go arguably for jobs too. Do you go to school or do you have a job? I have neither of those. Well, technically YouTube's my job because I do earn money on the platform. But again, YouTube's a pretty damn inconsistent job, if you want to call it that. Most people don't call YouTube a job. I call it a job here or there or sometimes because I do get paid for it. And what do you do at a job? You get paid for it. You know? Again, look up the Great Depression. Hold on. Let me read that all the way through. Again, look up the Great Depression. Box cities. People from the middle class having to live in boxes as a homeless person and family. Yeah, because of the cases that we have right now. It's like... And then I want to get into jobs because this would be a great time to get into that. Jobs. Working class people, their jobs. A lot of these young Gen... You want to know why as well? A lot of young Gen Z people hate living or hate being on their own, or most of them live with their parents, is because jobs don't accept them right out the gate when they're like, I'll use my brother. My brother is the best example I can use. My brother wanted to work for Walmart. Denied him 2 to 3 different times because he didn't meet a certain requirement. And I'm sitting there like, there's a young person that you can easily train up and have him meet all those requirements as he's getting trained up to go work for you. But you decide, hey, fuck that little guy. Let me get someone that already has years of experience to do it. Bro, the people with those years of experience aren't going to be on this planet forever. Took about a year for him to get a job. Yeah, it took him a few months to get a new job after getting fired from Dollar Tree. Because I remember he got fired from Dollar Tree because he worked too slow, apparently. Even though he was doing his job right. But, he got fired from there, and it took him months just to find a new one. And Walmart was never accepting him. Wendy's and gas station and all these other job application people were never hiring him. This is another reason why most Gen Zers and new Gen kids that are going into adulthood hate the idea of work. Why do you think so many people start YouTube channels? It's because they would rather do that than go out and get a job they're easily going to get rejected from because they don't meet the certain requirements, even though it's impossible for someone that just got out of school to go into work, to go into having a freaking job. Nowadays, it's impossible because, again, those standards that these jobs have. Instead of taking the new person, they would rather have the older. I mean, it makes sense in some cases. They'd rather have the older gentleman. But that older gentleman, right? And I'm not going to lie, we need both, the older and the newer, to work together to make something great. And, but it's like, how can we get more people to work if we're not going to let the new people that are just getting out of school come to work, or at least have the idea of working? This is, again, that's why so many people go to YouTube, or go to Twitch, or become basement dwellers, when their parents' basement, because they're not given the opportunity, they're not given the chance. On top of that, college is also a scam too, which I feel like the American system should probably work on all colleges and change up how they do things and whatnot, so on and so forth. Hi, can I play Fortnite with you? David Richardson, I don't play Fortnite. Kington, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. I don't play, but anyways, David, I don't play Fortnite, bro, sorry. I tried to ask my brother to install it, he said nah, and I'm like, alright, I won't install it then. But that's why a lot of people don't have jobs, and that's why, I feel like a lot of kids too, they just wish their families were already doing the business thing so they can just work for their own family business and get paid that way. So that way they wouldn't have to worry about going out and finding a job that they could get rejected by and shit. I was playing some Mario, that's what's up. We are in a recession, but the news won't report because they changed the definition of recession. But by the old standard, we are in a recession headed to a depression because of all this. I mean, remember when COVID hit the scene? There were so many people staying inside trying to figure out alternative ways to make money. It wasn't even funny. But now, from what I'm seeing though, there are some good things, as when the world's coming back to normal. Like, for example, I'm seeing kids go out playing basketball instead of being on their phones and tablets all day. Just seeing that again makes me have some faith that if we can get America back on track. Bro, is Brendan Johnson your wingman? I don't know. In my opinion, Brendan's helped me with a lot of shit. So, yeah. He just definitely looks out for me and tells me stuff that I have no idea about. And kind of gives me an ear. And kind of comes over and tells me, Alan, you shouldn't say this to these people because vice versa or whatever. We're definitely in a depression because I'm depressed. I can't afford to eat anymore. Are you serious? See what I mean? That's also another example. And then even the job that you do get, they don't even allow you to make you enough money to eat and support yourself stably, bro. We have literally been teaching generations to survive, right? But survive because you're in survival mode 24-7, and that becomes who you are, and it's like, I don't know. In my opinion, I think all of that is sad. You should not be living in survival mode. You should be living stably, bro. You should be living the dream. Like I am living the dream. You know, being able to do whatever I want and whatnot. Brendan Johnson's talking bad, bro. No, he's not talking bad. I mean, he's just telling it what it is with some scenarios and shit that I keep talking about. Because this video is pretty political / whatever relates to it. I'm glad you are living the dream. I'm living the dream mainly because I wasn't forced to leave. Like, to get out the house. Because I know that's what a lot of parents do with their kids. Is they, you know, they tell their kids, get the fuck out, you're 18, leave, go live on your own. And then with that mentality, it's like, okay, I'll go live on my own, see you later, mom. It's like 2 weeks later, it's like, fuck, I just lost my apartment because I couldn't pay the bills, or a month or two later. He talks a lot. He does talk a lot. Brendan talks a lot, but he talks a lot about what's going on with the U.S. economy and whatnot, about the voting. He's kind of talking about everything that I've been talking about this whole stream. It's all he's been talking about. Though it was getting a little bit much when we were talking about how I should vote and whatnot. But I'm not going to let that ruin what the stream has going on. But yeah, like, I'm living the dream because my dad understands me. My dad understands me and my brother to the core. And he sees us and he wants to do nothing but take care of us, right? You know, and we also have plans, you know, as well. This is another thing. We have plans. We have plans to see other family, you know, and maybe live with them in the future. You know, hopefully, you know, and we all got it, you know, and I hope that happens because, honestly, all I give a fuck about in this life right now, obviously, is what I got going on YouTube, but I really give a fuck about what my dad does, and I kind of want to be with him for the rest of his time. Not because I'm scared to go out on my own, but just because of everything he did for me. I want to be by his side always. I know people are about to probably call me a daddy's boy or whatever the fuck, but it's just how I feel. I want to be with my dad and support my dad all the way through. With his decision making, I want to help him with his decisions like I've been doing a lot. I want to be with him when shit hits the fan, you know, because we already have been through all those scenarios together, and I just want to keep doing that. I want to support my dad the best I can. Buying food, all that. Hold on. But why must he talk a lot? My dad forced me to get a job. Your dad forced you to get a job trader? Fuck, man. Off topic. William Dafoe, more like William Dago. I guess, Lucas? I don't know. Hey, Brendan Johnson, you talk a lot. Keep quiet. King Vaughn, you need to behave. I remember, King Vaughn, this is a question. Oh, not a question, but, you know, I talk a lot, too. Well, I talk a lot because it's my stream. What, you want me to... You know what I mean? Like, when people tell me... This is funny, right? I noticed this. Some people, like, actually generally come to my stream to tell me, dude, you talk a lot. Shut up. I'm like... Whose stream is this right now? Because if I wasn't talking, especially, they only come during these streams where I need to freaking talk to kind of keep the stream entertaining or something, or spark conversation. It's like, they tell me to shut the fuck up, and I'm sitting there like, it's a stream where I talk, dude. If you don't want to hear someone talk, go listen to, like, Rain, or go freaking watch a no commentary gameplay video or something. Go watch something that has no speaking or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Weird when I get comments like that. Weird. I never understood it. What time is it? Oh my god, it's already 2 o'clock. Fuck. But, again, what do you guys think on everything I was talking about today? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? Do you guys agree with some and disagree with others? I want to know. You know, I want to know what you guys think before I end the stream, because my experience is very different, you know, from everything else I've ever made up my experience about. Unless I actually do genuinely meet a fucking president, that would be badass. That'd be cool. Like, I meet a former president, or I meet a president, and they generally have a sit-down convo with me and whatnot, whatever. You know? That would be so fucking rad. I'm surprised my hair is still kind of short right now. It's usually puffy around this time. And my apologies. And also, my apologies, because I remember some people also commented about my armpit hair, bro. Like, they were saying, bro, you got so much of that shit. I'm sitting there like, yeah, I do, because fucking Walmart, they do sell good razors, but, like, I've never been really taught how to properly, I know how to properly shave, but it's like, I never was taught how to, like, I was never taught how to do it, like, Omega properly, you know what I mean? I've always just fucking winged it. Like, I shaved my armpit hair one time, and that shit was just itching nonstop after I did that shit. Never did it again. Because I'm afraid of that itching coming back, that constant itching. Like, every time I put my arm down, my arm would itch. So I'd have to leave it up like this and whatnot. You can always write to any president that is alive, and they will respond back to you. The retired presidents respond quicker. That's fair. Never thought about that, Brendan. Never thought about that. See, the reason why Brendan talks a lot is because he has a lot on his mind to say, and I can just see that from how we conversate. And not only that, but he also helps me out. So if you're wondering why, word up to armpit shaving. Yeah, fuck. I agree, I do need to shave that shit. But, like, goddamn, I need a better razor than what the fuck I have. I think I need the Manscaped razor, maybe. What razors do you guys recommend? For all that stuff, for, like, mustache, armpits, and whatnot. What razors do you guys recommend? Look. Fucking Fly. He's back. That fucker is mad. That's a big-ass one. Get out of here. Go away. Go. Shoot. Freaking Fly. My goodness. Woo-wee. And who knows, maybe YouTube will be like, Alan, you gotta take down your video about the presidents. Because I know YouTube also has a certain agenda on what president you should vote for. Because sometimes you can tell, bro, when you talk about a touchy subject. That's why I say political stuff is very touchy, because depending on what company side, you know, that company sides with, you can get fucked or whatever. Like, brand deal wise. But that's why I never, like, turned on my brand deals. I only make money through donations, ad revenue from ads, and whatnot. Because I don't want to do brand deals right now. I'm not really, like, crazy into that type of stuff. Like, I have to do a video on this video game to get paid or whatnot. Something. I don't know why. But that stuff happens. But, anyways. Is there anything else I want to say? Probably not. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm voting for my dog for president and my mom's cat for VP, for vice president. That's funny. I'd vote my cat Muff to be president of the United States. I'd help him with being vice president or whatever. But, hey, as long as Kiss razors are pretty good. Kiss razors? Never. How much are they? $30, $20? Because I might have to get some, bro. And I might have to get some shaving cream, but because I never thought about shaving too. The only thing I would, about $50 for a fucking razor? No fucking wonder I only spend my shit on video games and food for the house. God damn! Like, also, another thing that happened to me yesterday, me and Nick were hanging out, bro. Nick introduced me to some of the coolest shit yesterday. Chris Webby. He's, that's inflation for you. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, no, I'm not paying $50 for no goddamn razor, bro. Forget it. Forget shaving my fucking face, my fucking balls, and my fucking armpits if it's $50. I would talk to you if it was like $15-20 tops. That's what I think a razor's price should be. $5, $10 to $15 at best. Don't ever come at me with $50 or beyond for a damn razor. I'd rather pay $50 for a fucking video game that I can get hours out of. But then again, that $50 purchase of that razor is probably for life. So it's like, it'd be a better $50 purchase if I'm careful with my razor and shit. You know. Another one is Remington or Remington. They are good razors. They're also good razors. How much are those? 40? 45? 25? Because if that's 25, I'd rather just go for that. For razor and shavers. But anyway, yeah, Chris Webby or Webby. I listened to 3 songs from him. I kicked it with The Stranger. Something. It was something, I'm with a stranger. I'm chilling with a stranger. Which was a pretty trippy song, but I liked it. And then, Back on That BS from Chris Webby. I think everyone in this chat should go listen to Chris Webby's Back on His BS song, because he talks a lot about what's going on in today's world, and I agree with every single word of it. Pretty damn good song. Fucking people who play music. God damn it. Word up to chilling with strangers. About 30, and if you take care of them, it's good for a lifetime. That's fair. I'm chilling with the stranger. Something like that. Just look it up, I'm telling you. Just look up Stranger, like chilling with a stranger from Chris Webby, and you got it. Might be because I don't listen to rap very often anymore. Mainly because I think it's fucking, it's not dead, but it's not as good as it once was. But anyways, that's politics. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic now, because usually I try my best with my experience to stay on topic, because it's a serious conversation about politics and anything based around it. You know? But yeah, I think I'm done. I'm going to head off, probably go lay on my bed or something or whatever, and just be done for the day, dude. I did a lot today. We achieved that freaking platinum medal in Wii Sports. We did the unboxing of Ray-Ban Raving Rabbits. I'm feeling pretty good today. And that's my thoughts. That's my experience with Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris ads. They suck. Not worth it. Voting kind of sucks depending on what president you want to vote for. It sucks or it's good. I don't know. The world's like upside down all the time and never upside up. There's always got to be something wrong, and it always bothers me. And I just felt like I wanted to make like my experience telling you guys how I feel like the world's so upside down sometimes, to the point I just want to live in a different country and live with everything they got going on. What's their problems? Just out of pure curiosity. You know? For example, like I said, like one day Mexico, what is their problems? Or Germany, or Russia, or freaking Turkey, or freaking whatever. You name it. I want to see what it's like down there, places outside of the U.S. Time for me to eat some... What is that? I've never even heard of that. Okay, Alex, gotta go. Also, King Vaughn, treat others how you want to be treated. I have the power to silence you for a day. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. What the hell? Bro. Hey, yo. I don't know how to feel about that, man. Also, one more thing, the government should really not have to force people to wait 5 to 6 months for SSI. If you look at it, just look at it right then and there and just determine if they deserve SSI or not. Look at everything, read up on the person, see if they deserve it, whatnot, bro. Jeez. Mr. Mowgli says hello, his legacy lives on. Mr. Mowgli. Mowgli was awesome, bro. I remember... Wait. Hey, yo, Trader Todd USA, bro. I had a friend's dog named Mowgli. How you know Mowgli? It was spelled different. How you know Mowgli? Mogi, Karate Kid. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Karate Kid in fucking forever. Or Mogi. I don't know how to say it. Look, I'm shitty at speaking English. I gotta go, man. But anyways, that's my thoughts on anything political, really. Deuces. Hopefully YouTube won't take me down for having an opinion. And yes, I'm stealing the PewDiePie thing. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. I love you. Just end the fucking vid. Okay.